that makes the world go round. Ain't that the truth? Here we go. It's love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love that makes the world go round. One more time. Love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love. It's love. It's love that makes the world go round. It's love that makes the world go round. Okay. Now, all of our sitting and quietly singing is done, so we're going to stand up. I invite you to stand. Join with us in the opening hymn, There Is Joy in My Heart. Ready? Here we go. Yes, I know, it's another waltz. There's joy in my heart and a smile on my face, 'cause I love the world. There's a song on my lips of the whole human race, 'cause I love the world. Feel my spirits are singing, feel happiness swinging, bells that are ringing on high. God is here everywhere, joy is filling the air, 'cause I love the world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Reverend and I'm honored to be here today and almost every Sunday. And I'm glad that we're all gathering together again this morning. It's wonderful to see everyone here, and it's great to be recording the service for those that are still at home. And whether you're here or at home, we just want you to know that we love you and give you all the love in our hearts, and our church family is really important to us, and today's a special day. There was a song that, oh, that was Mr. Neighbors, whatever. Today is a special day because it is our Super Sunday right after service. We'll be having soup and goodies, and then after that we'll have our annual meeting. And so, do we have any first-time visitors this morning? Would you mind standing and giving us your name and just where you're from?
Don't give me a microphone because you wouldn't have a chance to say anything else.
Okay. I will talk over you.
I'm Julie Thompson. I'm from Rockville, Illinois. And members of our congregation that have since moved to Florida used to be active in this congregation. Joy and Rich Brooks. And now they live in Florida. But I wanted to come and meet their congregation from Surprise. I'm visiting my brother for a week.
Welcome.
We are a loving community here, and we're here to offer you support on your walk with God in any way that we can. And we'd be delighted if you would come and return again and again whenever you visit your brother or decide to stay here when it's warm and not humid. So for our announcements, there is an old-fashioned unity prayer service every Sunday morning from 9 to 9:30. And this is held in the Temple Library. It's a guided meditation prayer time and a great way to feel your connection to God and find that place of peace that surpasses all understanding. The prayer service is facilitated by our lovely Reverend Denise. Reverend Denise is going to be out of town next weekend, and I will lead the prayer service, so we will still have one in the morning. And if you need another meditation, normally during the week, Reverend Denise facilitates a guided meditation that runs 30 to 40 minutes, again in the library. And it's a great way to get back in that divine flow for the middle of the week. And this meditation is on Tuesdays and starts at 1:30. But not this week. We're going to talk about other weeks, but not this week. And we had new classes, the 12 Powers workshops that we're going to do one on the first Monday of every month from 1:30 to 3 in the library. And it's facilitated by Reverend Denise, and since she won't be here next Monday, we'll have it on Tuesday this one time. Oh, the following Monday, on the 11th. So she won't back. Okay. That will be good. So there'll be no Tuesday meditation this week. Today is our Super Sunday. And it's a potluck, which there were lots of goodies out there last time I looked, and more came in, I'm sure. And it's following the service today, and it'll be a lot of fun, and I know we have some really good food back there. Some couple of fancy soups and lots of little goodies and desserts. Desserts are always fun. And please stay and join us in our soup, even if you didn't bring anything, because at a potluck there's always more food than we can all eat. And we'll have plenty of food, and after that we'll have our annual church meeting, which hopefully will be fun also. Yeah. Nothing scary there. No. Yeah, we do ask the church members to attend. If you're not a member, you're still welcome to attend and see what we do and how we do it. Just wouldn't be able to vote if you're not a member. Our prayer chaplain for today would be Miss Jan Carnes, and our board member of the day would be Miss Linda Thomas. And they will be able to talk with you after the service. Jan can meet you in the corner or catch you wherever you happen to be if you'd like. Would you join me now in saying our mission and statement? It's on the inside of your bulletin on the bottom of the first page. Together. Our mission is to provide a prosperous and loving community by
connecting to God through prayer and following the teachings of Christ.
Love, 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 love. Gospel in one word is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. The gospel in one word is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love, love, love. I'm going to encourage you to sing along with me. We're going to do it a couple times, and we're going to do it without music. Here we go. Love, 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 love. Gospel in one word is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love, love, love. There you go, singing again. Love, 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 love. Gospel in one word is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love, love, love. One more time. Love, 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 love. The gospel in one word is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love, love, love.
And would you join me now in saying, affirming our opening statement just below the song we sang together? I am filled with freedom.
You what?
I'm alive with God. All right, let's try this again. Nice if I join you, okay? Together.
I am alive with God's love.
Like 2 home starts, you know.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, when we get confused and say the wrong thing at the wrong time, you're there with me. I'm so glad. But you're with all the rest of us too, because everybody does that from time to time. We know that you love us. We know that you bless us. You know that you're going to be here with us in this service today. You're going to be with us through the soup and goodies. And you're going to be through the meeting. And as we leave at any point in the time that we've been here, you'll go with us wherever we go. We've been talking about love all month. So we've been talking about you, God, for you are love. You love us whether we do things in the right order or we get all confused and do them in different order. We know that you love us. Sometimes we forget. You give us a little gentle nudge and a reminder that you're still there. Always. We know that the world is pretty much all topsy-turvy. And still you're there. And you're here. And you're everywhere. You're with us now. And you'll be with us tomorrow. And you'll be with us always. Wherever we go, whatever we do. We're never, ever alone. We need to know that you love us. And sometimes that's a good thing for us to know, and it's pretty easy to understand. I'm going to ask you to help us with this big, big question I have now. Dear God, would you help us to love ourselves, to treat ourselves with dignity and respect and joy? And if we can love ourselves, we'll love one another. And we'll love the people everywhere, all around the world. Love is what we've been talking about. Love's what we've been trying to live. Love's what we are when we're with you. Love's what you are for us. Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
And from the daily word, today the word is loving. I bring the love of God into the world. Love takes many shapes. It can come into the world as compassion, kindness, service, and sacrifice. No matter how I express my loving impulses, they have their origin in God. Each time I'm inspired to reach out to help another, I'm bringing love into the world. When my heart is opened and I'm moved to tears, I'm responding in love. When I place another's wants or needs before my own, I'm acting from love. God is love, and I am loving. Because the love of God is inexhaustible, I need never worry about not having enough or running out. In fact, the more freely and generously I love, the easier it is for me to be loving. Today and every day, God's love lives as me. The scripture for today is from 1 John chapter 4, verse 21. The commandment we have from him is this: those who love God most love their brothers and sisters also.
On the day I was born, said my father, said he, I've an arrogant legacy waiting for you. It's a rhyme for your lips, a song for your heart. Sing it whenever the world falls apart. Look, look to the rainbow. Follow it over the hills and streams. Look to the rainbow. Follow the fellow who follows a dream. Was a sumptuous gift to bequeath to a child, for the lore of that song kept her feet running wild. For you never grow old, and you never stand still, with whippoorwill singing beyond the next hill. Look to the rainbow, follow it over the hills and streams. Look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. So I bundled my heart and I roamed the world free, to the east with the land, to the west with the sea. I searched all the earth and I scanned all the skies, and I found it at last in my own true love's eyes. Look to the rainbow, follow it over the hills and streams. Look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. Follow the fellow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow who follows a dream.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready for my joke this morning?
Yes.
Okay, hopefully I remember. So there's this Rabbi Saperstein, who's just graduated from school. And he's been given his first assignment to go do a funeral for a homeless person who has no friends and has no family. Well, he gets all excited about that, and he studies and he prepares for that, and the cemetery is across town, so he's a little late getting there, and he gets there, and he's glad to see that there's some workers from the cemetery that have come around the site for this man. And so he starts giving the most dynamic service he's ever given. It's got lots of joy and power and soul, and he's got these co-workers crying, and he just feels so great that he did such an amazing job. And so he gets done with the service, and he's getting ready to leave in his car, and he overhears the co-workers talking, and he goes, "You know, I've just really never seen anything like that, and I've been digging septical systems for 20 years." Okay, they laughed, James, they did. They must be working on love this month. They're going to laugh no matter what. So we are working on love this month, right?
Right.
And I thought, well, we started the month without really hearing a definition of what love is. And we know in the Bible it says God is love, but what is love? And in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 13 gives a beautiful definition of what love is. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this morning, because it's pretty powerful. So here we go. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. So what the heck is he talking about? If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but I do not have love, I am a noisy gong or clanging cymbal. So what I believe he's trying to say is, if I am speaking words that are not words connected to love, I am just making noise. Aren't we? When I'm speaking words from my head, which I kind of do sometimes when I'm working with an affirmation like we have in the bulletin that says, I am God's love. A lot of times I'm speaking that just from my head because I don't believe it or whatever. But if I say it enough times, it moves to my heart. And then when I say, I am God's love, or I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do what I am here to do today, it has a lot more feeling to it. And I'm connected to it. And I'm connected in that divine energy. So the words that we just say from our head just are noise. Just they're noise. So we want to speak our words with love behind them. And that's how we start making things happen. So we don't want to be that noisy, clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all the faith to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. Do you hear that? Jesus says in the Bible, it is your faith that heals you. It is your faith that sets you free. But if I have all the faith to move mountains and have not love, I am nothing. So I want you to hear how powerful this emotion of love is. That I can do all these powerful things. I can tell you about the future. I can move mountains. But if it's not done with love, I am nothing. Nothing. And there's more. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but I have not love, I gain nothing. Once again, some people think being a martyr gets them points with God. Some people think if they give away all their possessions, that gets them points with God. But he's telling you in this verse, they mean nothing if they're not done with love. Nothing. We can do all these wonderful things. But if we don't do it with love, it means nothing. It says, love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. Did you hear that one? It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, and hopes all things, and endures all things. Do you hear that? This beautiful power of love. Believes in all things, bears all things, endures all things. Love never ends. But as for prophecies, they shall come to an end, and as for tongues, they shall cease, and knowledge will come to an end, for we only know in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. And then it goes on to say that there is faith, hope, and love abide in us, but the greatest of these is love. Love. Love is the power that gives us healing. Love is the power that resolves all our situations. Love is the power that creates our dreams. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
So, are you willing to give up all the negative stuff he's got on that list? Which is quite a bit. Let's see, we have to be patient. Where's the list? Not resentful, not irritable. We can't rejoice in wrongdoing. We have to rejoice in the truth. And that we can't always insist on having our own way. Those are the things we have to give up. And they're not so fun all the time, are they? Because in all truthfulness, I like to get my own way. But sometimes when I feel like I'm banging my head on the wall because I'm trying to get something done my way, I will actually say, okay, God, this is yours. Show me the way. Tell me the steps to take. Obviously, I'm in the wrong direction. So we have to practice at that, right? Because it doesn't come easily, but we always think we know the way. So every morning I like to start the morning just saying, God's will be done through me this day. Show me the way. And then my day seems to go a little smoother. Instead of me thinking, I know I'm going to get all this done today, and that's my goal. Because how many here have had a list and got the list done in the same day? Right, because God normally has a different plan. So why not go with God's plan to begin with, right? So we've been talking about, first of all, loving ourselves, right? So how many here are still looking in the mirror saying, oh, I love myself so much. Oh, we got one. Good. Good. How many here are starting the day loving God and knowing God is with them 24/7? Oh, I got a couple more. Oh, there's a couple more. All right. Well, I've saved this part for last because I really didn't want to do it because it's not a lot of fun. The last part is Jesus tells us to love our neighbors as ourselves and to love your enemies, those who persecute you, to love them and bless them. Now that's not an easy request, is it? But it's something we got to do because it only gets in our way of achieving our goals and our dreams. To hold on to that anger and hatred and resentment, all it does is keep me out of that divine flow of God, which means it makes my life more difficult. So today we need to know that if we let go of the anger and the hatred and the resentment and whatever they have done to us, if we can let that go, then God gets that opportunity to step in and fill all that space with love and joy and creativity and beauty. So you see, there's a great big upside to letting it go. Now, I know I have my favorite things that I don't like to let go of. But I just need to tell God, I am willing to let it go. Show me how to let it go. I want to be able to at least send love and light to this person. I don't have to be their best friend. I don't have to hang out with them. But I need to be able to send love and light to them. I need to be able to have compassion for them in order to stay in this beautiful energy of love that endures all things and creates all things and heals all things. Right? So what does that normally include? Forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. For whatever they've done. There's nobody on this planet that's perfect, right? And we don't know what this other person has lived through. And we don't know, maybe they've had a terrible life themselves and they don't know how to treat somebody with love and respect. Maybe they've been taught to not treat people with love and respect. So we don't know where they've been. So if we can forgive them and send them love and light, can you see that we're adding to that possibility that they could get lifted up and actually feel love or actually feel whatever it is they need to feel from God and change? But that's only going to happen if we change our perspective first, right? Because I sit here. Now, I have to admit, I don't get along with my daughter-in-law very well. But if I sit here or tell people about all the things that I don't think is right, I'm not helping the situation, right? All I am doing is putting in more darkness and more negativity. It's not going to change if I keep in that state of mind. So if I choose to forgive or to let go of what I expect her to do, and just send her love and light, send her compassion, the situation might change. But it's never going to change as long as I stay in the mode of criticizing her and bad-mouthing her, and you know what we do. When we don't like somebody, we like to tear them apart, right? So if I take the time to let all that go, which I'm doing, and seeing her in the lights, sending her love and compassion, I'm going to see what happens. Now I'm just starting this, so I will let you know how it works. I'll let you know. But I suspect it will happen, and things will turn out perfectly, or at least better. We'll just say at least better. So why not take that opportunity? Why not take the chance to let the negativity go, to quit talking about it, and to start sending somebody light and love and compassion and forgiveness. Now, there's one story. I actually read the book. It's called Left to Tell. And anytime I read that book, it's a huge forgiveness book that kind of puts me to shame because she's had to do a lot more forgiveness work than me. But it's about Immaculée Ilbagaza. She lived in Rwanda when they were having the great genocide there. And she hid in a bathroom for 3 months in a 6x6 bathroom with 7 other women, hiding from these people who were doing this massacre. And in those 90 days, she had a Bible with her, and she really wanted to not have the same hatred for the people who were doing all the killing of her people. So she sat in there and connected with God's love. She sat in there and connected to that beautiful thing of forgiveness for 90 days. And lo and behold, when she stepped out of that bathroom, there was a man with a machete in his hand, ready to do his thing. But she looked at him with eyes of love, and he could not touch her. She looked at him not through fear, not with hatred, but she looked at him with eyes of love, and the man could not touch her. The power of love. Not only did she do that, these people have killed all her family and all her friends. Everyone she knew is now dead. And she goes to the prison and she forgives every person that is there for what they have done. Now, none of my forgiveness work is even close to what she is doing. But when I hear the story, I think, oh my God, why can't you forgive so-and-so for whatever they did? You know? When you see these big pictures of forgiveness, and she wrote her book, and she has moved to the United States, and she's been very successful at telling her story of forgiveness, has made lots of money from it. So you have to see what she went through was horrific, absolutely horrific. Her whole family, her friends, her whole village was killed in this genocide. Yet she forgave them and looked at them with eyes of love. Well, that's where we need to get to. Do you think we can do that? It's a tough one, I know.
No.
I didn't even really want to talk about it today. But I was given the information, so I did. And that's really where we need to be today, because there's lots of things going on out there in the world that we really don't want to forgive, or we don't want to see that person with eyes of love, right? We're all there. We got the politics going on, we got all this going on, and people who've been vaccinated and not vaccinated, and all the chaos that goes on with that. We all need to stop. We all need to stop. If we want this beautiful power of love to endure all things, to heal all things, to create an amazing planet and a beautiful earth, we have to stop the negativity, and we have to look at people with eyes of love. And like I said, we don't have to be their best friend. We don't have to be, hanging out with them. But we do have to look at them and see them with eyes of love. So take that picture of whoever your ex-husband is, or ex-wife, or whoever it is that you don't get along with, and look them in the eye and see if you can just look at them with eyes of love. It's going to take practice, but see what the benefits are from doing that. God's love is amazing. So why not trust in it? Why not believe in it? Why not start living that way? The world is a place where we need love in the greatest and most way right now. So even if we don't like somebody, even if we don't like what they believe, we can still look at them with eyes of love, knowing that they are a divine child of God, no matter what they believe, no matter what they have done, no matter what their behavior is, they are still a divine child of God that's searching for love and acceptance, just like we are. So can we do that?
We can try.
All right! So, do you have that person in mind that you are challenged by, that you might be able to just let go of whatever they've done and just look at them with those eyes of love, forgive them, and send them love and compassion and light, and just see what happens? We'll get together next week and we can share to see what happens. Because keeping it the old way, is it working? No. You're just going to get more negativity. You're going to get more far apart. You're going to go separate ways. But if we change the way we see people with those eyes of love, we can do amazing things at this time in our journey. And the world is screaming for it. The world is screaming for us to look at each other with eyes of love, and no more violence could happen. Just like in the story with Ahmed Ghali. When you look at somebody with eyes of love, it can't happen. So we have to get out of the fear, we have to get out of the negativity, we have to get out of the hatred, and we just have to be those beautiful lights of love that we've been created to be. Can we do that?
Yes.
Can we get excited about it?
Yes.
How are we going to see people? With love. Yes, one more time. I will see people with love together.
I will see people with love.
I see myself with love together.
I see myself with love.
Amen. Let's take that. So let's just take a deep breath. And today, we choose to see ourselves and to see all people with eyes of love. Today, we are willing to let go of whatever negative feelings, whatever hurtful pain. We are willing to let it go so that we can experience this beautiful power of love that endures all things, that heals all things, that conquers all things. So we just say yes to God. Say yes to God's love, God's grace, knowing that that beautiful light of grace is within you, and allowing that beautiful light to radiate to everyone who crosses your path this day. That we can choose to see all people with those beautiful eyes of love that we've been given. That we can actually lift up and heal our world by using this beautiful power of love. So we just open our hearts and our souls to this beautiful energy, God's grace, allowing it to show us the way, showing us what we need to heal, showing us how to forgive. And we just love that energy, that light that comes upon us and holds us and keeps us safe and lifts us up and is there 24/7 to give us the right words to say when we're in this beautiful space of love. So we just take this time to be in this moment, to let go of everything that's gone on during the day and just be here in this amazing energy of light and love and grace, knowing that God is here right now within us, loving us, and allowing that love to radiate out into the world, surrounding our entire planet in that beautiful light and love of God. Allowing that light to transform our world into a place of peace and joy and beauty. So let's just take this moment to be still in that beautiful light of grace. And we let ourselves become aware of our surroundings. We hear the beautiful music James is playing. love that can endure all things, a love that can transform and heal our planet. We're ready to be that beautiful beacon of light and life, and to see our world as a world of love. And it is done. Amen.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful